pick show, boys. A little recap. I stink at this. I am completely changing the strategy, and there's nothing that can really save me. Zach sitting at 28-14. Pigoy behind him at 21-20-1. And then I am in third somehow. The only reason I'm still in third is because Matt had a week of no picks. Man enough to admit it. I am awful, but I am 16-24-2.
Well, thank goodness you're man enough to admit that.
Yeah, it's bad. We got to make a change here. And then Maddie in the back at 12-29-1. So let's jump into it, boys. What do we got for the noon slate, Zach?
I got Vikings -1.5 over. Was it -1.5?
Yes.
Over the Green Bay Packers. I think the Green Bay
Packers. I can't even argue with it other than to give it a thumbs down and because the Packers are kind of right now, so can't really argue.
If it wasn't for having that bye, you'd almost have the same record as the Bears, which is crazy. Relax. You got the bye so early.
I know. I didn't like it. I think they had to play like they got to play like 11 straight weeks.
Yeah, I think the Bears are like week 12.
That's nice. Who's your
I'll take Texans -3.5 over the Panthers. I think Texans are good. CJ Stroud good, and Panthers not good.
Yeah, my only worry there is like the Panthers. Like, I feel like they're gonna win one game at some point.
Nope,
they're gonna fall into one.
Nope, let's hope not.
Maddie, who you got?
Going against Zach, I got Green Bay +1.5. I think I don't think Minnesota's is that. I mean, it took a McCaffrey fumble, a fucking weird pick that Addison just kind of stole away from the guy, and kind of a miracle basically for San Francisco to not win against Minnesota last week. Minnesota's previous win was against the Bears with Badgett in the second half, making his first appearance in the NFL. It took a defensive score for them to beat the Bears by 7, so I don't think that team is – I think it might be a little smoke and mirrors. Green Bay's defense is getting healthy. Isn't Alexander back this week? And
he was in limited practice, I think. But, yeah, it seems like he will most
likely if he's practicing on like a Thursday or a Wednesday, then he's probably going to play.
Yeah, so, I mean, I think Jordan Love fucking stinks, and I love it, and that makes me happy. But – I'm still gonna.
I love that you guys think that. I love that.
I didn't say anything. Did I say anything?
Your little dumb chuckle was all I needed to know.
He stinks, and
he doesn't. He's a gunslinger. He'll figure it out. He just tries to throw it in too many windows.
Jay Cutler did the same thing.
You think these numbers where he's
better? A guy named Brett Favre.
You think these numbers where he's better against the blitz are going to carry him? Because he's
awful.
He's awful with a clean pocket. He's terrible.
He's in his 7th start of his career. Relax.
He's terrible with a clean pocket.
Maybe watching Aaron Rodgers, he should have learned this. He should have learned a little more when he was
problem.
When Aaron Rodgers was out there.
Water will find its level there.
Watching and doing, he'll be all right.
He stinks, but still, I'm taking the 1.5.
I said you picked the Packers.
I'm talking myself out of it here soon. Fucking suck.
What's your other pick?
I'm going to go with Miami. I think it's 9, I believe, is what I saw most recently. But that New England game, I don't think Buffalo's that good. So that win, I don't think does a whole lot for me. Buffalo kind of pissed that one away. They took the lead late and just basically said, "Here you go. We're just going to lay down, and you guys can march down the field and get a touchdown." So. I don't think Miami's gonna have much trouble. I think Miami's
so good.
Tyreek Hill's unbelievable, dude. It's ridiculous.
He's not the Chiefs.
You can't defend him. You literally can't defend him. It's wild, and they just have so much speed everywhere. It's an impressive team,
and their defense is not bad. I mean,
no,
they seem to just.
Good for Frank the Tank. Frank the Tank deserves this.
I am drinking the Kool-Aid on the Dolphins. I'm completely switching things up. I'm kind of going against my own brain here. I pick games that I liked, and then I switch my picks. So I'm going to take the Steelers +2.5 at home. I think the Steelers stink, but Jacksonville's been a little hot. I don't know. The Pittsburgh Steelers are the weirdest 4-2 team of all time. They're not good, but they have 4 wins somehow. So I'll take the home dog there. And then also I will take the Titans interdivision home dog. I think the Falcons stink. I think Desmond Ridder stinks. So being a divisional game, I just think the Titans are going to be able to figure that one out. Pigoy has the Vikings -1.5 because of course he does. He's a Vikings fan. And then he also has the Rams at +6.5 on the road at the Cowboys. That's a ballsy pick. Afternoon slate. Who you got, Zach?
Yeah, 49ers -4 at home against the Bengals. I know they haven't looked the best the last 2 weeks, but I don't know who's going to be their who's going to be their quarterback. It's not Brock Purdy. For the 49ers.
Sam Darnold.
There you go. I think maybe it's Sam's time. But still, I just think the Bengals aren't that good. 49ers at home. Their offense is still really good. And the defense is really good. So I think -4 is a
Actually, I'll do you
number.
one better. It's down to 3.5. So
I'll take that. And then Chiefs.
Yeah, I just don't know if they're going to lose 3 games in a row. There's too much talent there.
And then Chiefs -7 in Denver. Denver is horrible. And the Chiefs, I think this is going to be a game where they just blow them out.
Maddie, who you got?
I'm actually going to take the Bengals. And I'm going to do the since Zach's getting 3, I'm taking the 4.5 because that's what it is at FanDuel currently. Since he plus 4.5. So, I mean, if we can do some line shopping, then Zach gets his best number, I get my best number, and then we'll go from there. But maybe we can middle it.
Whatever you need, Maddie. Whatever you need.
Maybe we can middle at a 4-point game, and we.
Nope. I'll give you each. Zach gets -3.5. You get plus 4.5. So
there we go. I'll take Cincy. I think San Francisco. It's now or never for Joe Burrow. Yeah. Really, I think Cincy's going to have to make their run here soon. So I'm going to take them there. That's my reasoning. And I like you said, no Purdy. I don't think Sam Darnold's all that great. So I'm going to take Cincy, and then I'm also going to go with Baltimore. They were impressive last week. They just pretty much dismantled Detroit and kind of was like a little bit of a, level up, level check game because it was like you want to play with the big boys. This is what the big boys look like, and kind of got stomped in Baltimore, obviously. But Baltimore going across the country, I don't think the Cardinals are. They're better than people thought, and they haven't quit like people thought they were going to. But there's only so much talent on that team. So I'm going to take the team that's kind of got the hot hand right now, even though it is across the country.
I am actually going to go against Zach on one of these. I'm going to take the Broncos plus 7.5 just for the simple fact it's an interdivision home dog. And for some reason, the Broncos have been looking better. Now, granted, they couldn't have looked a whole lot worse at certain times, but just being an interdivision home dog, I like that there. And then I'm also going to go against Maddie here. I'm going to take the Cardinals at plus 9.5. And my only reason is that I just don't feel that this is literally the hot theory is if you look at their schedule, they had big win week 1, then they barely hang on to win week 2 in a tight one. Then they lose week 3, then they have a big win week 4. Then they lose week 5, decent win, a tough win at the Titans the following week, and then a blowout. So I just think that they've been inconsistent, and I think they're a very good football team. They proved that last week, but you got to go out and do it consistently, and you got to travel across the country and beat a bad team. Pigoy has the Bengals. I don't know how Pigoy got this written in at +6. Are we going to give this to him?
It shot down big time. So if he's got a slip for it,
no, we'll give it to him. He's also
buy the line early.
Plus 8.5. Sunday night, we talked about this game extensively. I think it's safe to assume that both you guys are going to take the Bears plus 8.5.
Yes.
Now, just for the sake of being different, I will take the Chargers minus 8.5.
Good for you.
And then Monday night, I think we're all on the same page here. This Raiders team stinks, but that also makes me worry that we're all on it so heavy. Is everybody on Raiders minus 8?
Yeah, it's a big no. I have Lions minus 8.
I'm sorry, that's what I meant.
I think it's a big bounce back game for the Lions.
Yeah, and I'm assuming that Brian Hoyer. Nope, looks like Jimmy G's going to play. So
Either way.
Doesn't really matter. Pigoy also has the Bears and the Lions for Sunday and Monday Night Football.